In today's class, we will learn about our next topic will be regular expressions. So, what is a regular expression? So, like when I've told you earlier here when we used our search method, told you suppose here when we compare a string, okay, here I will tell you from starting, okay, when you search for a string in a text or any data in a text, you can use the search pattern to describe what you are searching for. Okay, so this pattern that you will use is called regular expression. Okay, suppose I'll show you here. We'll make another file here and we'll change the location over here. Okay, just a minute to rename. So here, what we'll do is we'll just use a normal string over here. Okay, just use a normal string over here. Okay, JavaScript. Okay, so we are just writing a string over here, and now what we will do is we'll store as search for this string over here. Okay, suppose I will store it in a variable. I will search for this JavaScript here. Okay, so I will use str.search and I will mention this JavaScript string over here. Okay, okay. Now we'll output this by using document.getElement by ID. So we are taking a string and we are searching for this JavaScript over here and we are storing the result in this variable x over here and we are outputting that x in our paragraph. Now we'll check what is the result. So it is coming 0 because here its index position is 0. So we'll write something like hello JavaScript. Now we'll check what is the index position. So it is coming hello JavaScript as 6 because j starts from 6. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This empty space is 5 and then it starts from the 6th position. Okay, so here it is coming, the search position is coming as 6. Okay, so here we are writing searching for JavaScript. Okay, suppose here we want to search for JavaScript, but here I am writing j in small. Okay, let's save it and let's check if this works or not. Okay, so here we are getting -1. Okay, means it it is not able to search for this letter. Okay, so it is returning -1. Okay, whenever this search method it will not able to search for that particular word, it will return -1. Okay, so why it is not able to search for it? Because this is case sensitive. This search method is case sensitive. Okay, so in order to make case insensitive, we'll use regular expressions. Okay, so we'll use suppose like previously we have used this. Okay, so we will use that regular expression. So we'll just use an I over here. So what it does is it will search in a case insensitive way. Okay, previously it was searching in a case sensitive way. So here I will make this JavaScript as J, capital J, and now see the result. Okay, just a minute over here. Okay, so I will use J over here. So I have to remove the string over quotes over here. Okay, now here what we'll do is just now we'll see what is the result. Okay, so here we'll refresh. So it is coming as 6. Here we have taken small j, but it is searching in a case insensitive way. Okay, so it's suppose I'll take another example, that is str1 equals to hi John. Okay, so I will use another example str dot search. So I want to search for John over here. Okay, so I will use, if I will search for capital John. Okay, this capital J. Okay, so if we are searching like this, so it will come correctly. Okay, here I will use y, so we'll output this. Just a minute. So I will use this. Okay, so I will use here str1 dot search. Now save it, and you will get the required position, so that is 3. Okay, so because 0 1, this empty space is 2, and this capital J is 3. Okay, so we want to search in a case insensitive way. Suppose here if we give this small j as in a John, so it will not take. Okay, it will return -1 over here. See. Okay, so in order to search this string in a case insensitive way, we will use this I over here. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is the regular expression, means it will search the required string in a case insensitive way. Now it will provide us the required position of that particular John, where it starts from. Okay, now here in the next example, what we'll do is, suppose we want to replace something. Okay, we'll take this example only. Okay, so what we want is, here we'll not use search, we'll use replace method. Okay, so what we want is, we want to replace John with, suppose, any name. Okay, over here, so we'll first take John over here, and next we'll use any name. Okay, so Rohan. So I want to replace this particular John with Rohan. Okay, so let's check it replaces or not. Okay, so here you can see it replaces the required string. Okay, it replaces John with Rohan. Now we will use our regular expression to change this replace John with Rohan. So in the same way we can use this, like suppose here we want to search in a case insensitive way, so we'll provide John over here, and we'll provide I over here. Okay, so like this we can mention, and the same result will come. Okay, so hi Rohan. Okay, so in order to understand this regular expression more clearly, we'll go to W3, will take help of W3 schools. Okay, here we'll go to our JavaScript and our regular expressions over here. So this regular expressions over here. So now here see, these are the modifiers like this. This I are the modifier. Okay, so here you can see these are the required modifiers. So I've told you this perform in a case insensitive matching. Okay, so it searches the string in a case insensitive way. Now the second modifier is G. What it does is it performs a global match, means find all matches rather than stopping after the first match. Means here if we suppose hi John and John, if we do like this, it will only search for this John. Okay, but when we use this modifier over here G, so it will search both the Johns over here. Okay, it will not stop after the first John. Okay, so we'll use it and try. Okay, so what it is inside this we are storing a string inside this str. Okay, so here you can see 2 is present in this string. Okay, so we are searching for is. Okay, so here you can see we are using this global modifier over here. Okay, and now we are matching this variable with this variable over here with the match keyword here. Okay, so we'll click it, so you can see we are getting both the values over here, both the is string. Okay, if we remove this is over here and will provide only is, let's see what is the result. So you are getting only one is, because if it is getting, if the when we search without the global modifier, the search starts from left, and when it is getting the first is, it stops the searching. Okay, but when we use the required global modifier, what it does is it searches the whole string and gives the required is. Okay, and gives all the particular required that is searched. Okay, means it searches in a global way. Okay, it searches in all the on all the strings and gives the all the results. Okay, if suppose here what I'll do is there, I will suppose mention more is. Okay, so let's try it. Just I'll hit run. Now try it. So you can see we have mentioned 5 is, so here we are getting 5 is. Okay, so this global modifier, what g modifier is, what it is doing here, it is searching the required string, this particular string in globally. Okay, means it is searches for that particular string in all the characters. Okay, now next is M. Okay, what it does is it performs multi-line matching. Means if we are searching, suppose here you can see is it, is it. Okay, so what this N does is like if here we'll see, suppose I will write N over here, N John, and it's give some space over here. Hi John and N John. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm giving a n, means slash n means it switches the, it gives a next line to this particular element. Okay, to the next element. Here what we'll do is we'll see what is the result. We'll search for str1, give str1 here, and we'll print out the result over here. So just a minute, I will console log the same thing and let's check what is the result over here. So I'll console log over here str1. Okay, now we'll refresh it. So here in console log, what we'll do is we'll start our inspector. So here you can see by the help of this n, what we are doing here is we are shifting the next word to the next line. Okay, so here you can see what it is doing here is first it is on a next line, then it is on a next line, this then is on a next line. Okay, so what it does is if we suppose here what I will do is now I will search for John over here. Okay, and see the result. Okay, now you can see, sorry, I will use a global. Okay, so it should return both the Johns over here. Just a minute. Okay, so it should return both the Johns over here. Okay, so I will use search and here match. I will use match. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are just using this global operator, and we are matching the John globally. Okay, now let's check what is the result over here. Okay, so it is giving us John and John. Okay, and here you can use this M. If we use here, you can see it only searches for is, because here we want to search on only one line. Okay, suppose it is on a next line. Okay, so we want to search for the particular word only on in a particular line. Okay, suppose here we are searching globally, means it will search for the in the whole part of the string. Okay, but we want is here, we'll make it active over here. Here what we want is we want to search for John in a particular line over here. Okay, in the first line. Okay, so we will use this M over here. Okay, so what it will do is it performs the searching in that particular line only, in one particular line, means the first line. Okay, if it will first it will search John in this first line, then it will come to second line, it will search John. If this search completes, okay, if it matches, then the searching will stop. Okay, now it will not search after that. Okay, so it searches on the first line only. Okay, after that it stops the searching. So if we use M over here, so we'll get only one John over here. Okay, so here we are giving it a giving it in four lines. Okay, we are searching it in two lines over here. Okay, we are not going till this over here. Okay, or this over here. We are searching it in a two line over here. So a short description about M is M modifier is it searches the particular string in the first line. Okay, it searches only on the first line, and if the search matches, then it stops the searching. Okay, see, I performs the searching in a case insensitive way. G performs the searching in a global way, means it searches globally in all the strings. M, what it does is it searches on a particular line, means on the first line only. Okay, if the string matches in the first line itself, then it will stop the searching. So these are the regex modifiers. Okay, now we'll come to patterns. Okay, what does patterns indicate here? Suppose we want to use, suppose in email, what we want there, suppose in like username. Okay, we don't want the username to be number. Okay, so we will put that particular A to Z alphabet inside a particular paragraph over here. Okay, in a bracket over there. So it will include only the A to Z. If the number is included, it will give an error. Okay, so here you can see find any of the characters between the brackets. If we are searching for ABC, so in the input box it should only include this ABC over there. So let's see. So here what we are doing is, just a minute, close all the tabs over here. So we are searching for H over here. Okay, so let's search for H. So we are only searching for H over here. Okay, so suppose I will search for A to Z like this. Okay, and hit run. So it will give us all the letters over here. Okay, suppose what I will do here is like we can also include it in our input box over here. I will show you. Okay, what I do here is in our index.html, We'll make an input box over there. Type equals to text over here. Here we'll use a pattern keyword that is used to insert the regex, okay, the regular expression. So what we'll do here is we will include the letters between A to Z. Only include the letters, small letters, okay, small letters between A to Z, okay. Now we'll save it, and here what we'll do is, just a minute, I will link it here. In order to link a button, I'll take a form over here, okay. So I'll cut and paste inside this over here, and we'll take a button, type equals to submit, okay. So we'll save it. Let's check. So here we are getting the input field and a button, okay. And what we are have given here is, what is the condition over here? Only include this small letters, okay, between A to Z. So here we are using A to Z, okay, means it will this inside this input it will search for small a to z, okay. If that doesn't match, if the letters inside the input doesn't match this small letters a to z, okay, so it will give us an error over there, okay. So here we'll put suppose a, it will give us, it will not give us error, it will give q, it will not give us error, suppose I will give 1, okay. So here you can see, please match the requested format, okay. It is giving us the error because a1 is not a alphabet, okay. So if we give capital letters over here, so it is giving us error, okay, because here we haven't mentioned capital A to Z, okay. So here we have mentioned small a to Z. If we want to include capital letters, so we'll give capital A to Z like this, okay. If we now save, refresh it, now we'll use our a letter, okay. So it will not give us error, okay. So now it is not giving an error, okay. So like this, in the big bracket sign you can use the validation, okay, if you want to use small letters a to z or capital letters a to z, so you can use that. Now the second is, these are the digits you can use, okay. So you can use the digits also. So let's try it over here. So what it is doing is, it will search from 1 to 4, okay. So let's try it. So here it is searching for 1 2 3 4 only, okay, because here we are mentioning till 1 to 4, okay. So it only searches till 1 2 3 4, and it gives the required string over here, okay. So here we'll try, suppose what we'll do is, here we'll remove this over here, and we'll use 1 to 6 over here, okay. And let's check what is the result. We'll hit refresh. Now we'll enter 1 and see any error is coming or not. We'll enter 5, no error is coming. If we provide 8 over here, so you can see it returns an error, okay. It gives us an error because here we have mentioned in our validation only letters, only let numbers from 1 to 6 should be there, okay. It should not be greater than 6. So here we are mentioning 8, so it is giving us an error. So like this you can mention the number validation also. Now the third is x or y, okay. So what does or sign indicates? Means either x or either y. If it matches with x, so it will return the particular result. If it matches with y, it will return the particular result. No need to search for like if one is true, then it will return true. Okay, if one is true here, if both are false. In AND case, what happens is if one is false, the whole result will be false. But in OR, that case doesn't happen. Okay, if one is true, the result will return true. Okay, so let's try it. So here you can see either red should either red should be in this str, or either green should be in str. Okay, if either of these will be there, it will match the required string over here. Okay, so you can see green, red, and green. Okay, so it matches these three. Okay, suppose I will remove the red over here. Okay, now let's check. We'll hit run and try it. So it is searching for green. Okay, it is not returning us the false result. Okay, it is only searching for green over here. It is not able to search for red, but it is searching for green over here. But in AND case, if we will mention AND here, then it will not able to search for both the results over here. Okay, so in AND case, it is compulsory to match both the inputs, and in OR case it is not compulsory to search for both the inputs. It is if we are finding only one input, it will show on the result. So these are the patterns over here. These are the number patterns. These are the sorry, alphabetic patterns. These are the number patterns, and this is the OR kind of pattern. Okay, we can use OR sign. Now we will use our meta characters. That is, like we search for will use a particular word for a particular meaningful, for a particular descriptive meaning. Okay, so here we are using D for finding a digit. Okay, if any digit is present inside that string, it extracts that particular digit and shows it in the result over here. Okay, that's what here. Yeah, we are providing a string over here that is give 100%. Okay, so here you can see 100. It is the digit over here. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are searching it globally. Okay, and notice one thing. Here we are using opposite slash sign. Okay, and here we are using like this. So always keep this in mind over here. Okay, so we are using modifier with a forward slash sign, and when we are using meta characters, we are using a backward slash sign. Okay, so we are using a backward slash sign, and then we are using it globally. We are searching globally. So let's try it. So here it is matching 100. Okay, because here we have these three digits. Okay, so it is extracting out the digits from this particular str variable over here. Okay, so let's move on to our next meta character, that is S. What it searches for is it searches for a white space. Okay, white space means an empty space. So here, like let me just refresh. Okay, so here you can see this is the white space over here. Okay, this is the white space, this is the white space, this is the white space, and this is the white space over here. So it will search globally and it will search for white space over here. Okay, so let's try it. So here you can see four white spaces are mentioned here. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then 4. Okay, this is the comma sign. Okay, so here it is indicating four white spaces over here, and we have four white spaces over here. Okay, suppose I'll give you give anything and we'll use white space. Okay, hit run and then try it. So here you can see we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 white spaces. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So here it is also 8 white spaces are present here. Okay, So it searches for white spaces globally here. This means it searches for white spaces globally. Now the next is \b. What it does is, if we are mentioning it in the beginning of the word, this meta character in the beginning of the word, it will search for that particular word in the beginning. Okay, suppose let's take an example. So here you can see we are searching for lo. Okay, in the beginning means if it is in the beginning, then highlight it. Okay, so here you can see we are searching for that lo in the beginning. Okay, because we are mentioning this b like previous, like suppose, so here we are mentioning this b meta character at the beginning of this lo character. Okay, so we are searching for lo and we are mentioning this meta character at first. Okay, so here it is searching for this one. Okay, this lo. Okay, this, it will not search for this lo. Okay, so here you can see the position has, it has given the position of this lo over here. Okay, so you can manually search 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and then 7. Okay, so it searches for this lo over here. Okay, so it starts from the 7th position over here. Okay, suppose what I will do here is, you can see if I will search for lo at the last. Okay, so it is giving us the 3rd position over here. Okay, because it searches for this lo over here. Okay, because we are first mentioning the word and then we are mentioning that meta character over here. Okay, so it will search the word, it will search the word at the end. Okay, not at the beginning. Okay, so here you can see the word is at the last position. Okay, not at the beginning. So the last word is searched, the last lo is searched. Okay, so here we are giving first the meta character and then the search word, so it will search for lo at the first position, and here we are mentioning this meta character at the last position, so it will search at the last position of that word. Okay, so here it is giving us the position 3, means this lo it is searching for. Okay, so these three are the meta characters. Here you can see this is the Unicode character specified by the hexadecimal number. Okay, so let's see this. So here you can see we are searching for this hexadecimal Unicode. Okay, so let's try it. So here you can see we are searching for W and W. Okay, so we have provided the Unicode for this particular character. Okay, so 0057 Unicode, this is the Unicode of this particular character. Okay, so we are searching globally and we are searching for this particular Unicode. Okay, so this Unicode matches with W over here. Okay, so it returns two W's because we are searching globally, so two W's are mentioned in this string over here. Okay, so if we change it to another Unicode, suppose we will change it to S Unicode. What is the Unicode of S? Okay, we'll search Unicode for S letter. Okay, so just a minute, U0073. Okay, so here if we search for U0073, let me check if it comes or not. Okay, so it is coming SS. Okay, so this is the Unicode of S over here. Okay, so it searches for that particular Unicode of that particular character and gives that particular character as a result. Okay, now we have covered all the 4 meta characters over here. Now we'll move to quantifiers. So here the first is plus. Okay, n plus, what it does is it matches any string that contains at least one n. Here we are providing that particular letter and here we are using this plus sign over here, means if the string like if the string has one n letter, okay, so it will output that result over there. Okay, so here you can see, here we are mentioning O plus. Okay, so it has triple O, it has O over here, it has O over here, and it has double O over here. So it is outputting all the O's over there. Okay, so if there is only one O, okay, here we are mentioning the letter O and we are mentioning the plus sign, means if the particular string has at least one O, result return all the O's that particular string has. Okay, so here it is written matches any string that contains at least one n. Okay, means minimum possibility should be 1. Okay, if it is more, return all the O's. Okay, suppose here you can see like I will use another word over here. Suppose it does not contain over here. Okay, let's run it. So it will not search for, it will not give O over here only because it does not contain O anywhere. Okay, so minimum one O should be there. Here what it is telling us, this asterisk sign, here you can see matches any string that contains 0 or more occurrences of n. What it does is, here you can see we are searching for LO, so we'll search. So here you can see, so here what we are searching for in the previous case, here what we are searching for is the minimum occurrence should be 1 over here. Okay, if only like the minimum possibility is 1 over here. Okay, if 1 O is there, output the result. Okay, but in here what is the minimum possibility? That is 0. Here you can see it is taking matches any string that contains 0 or more occurrences, means possibility should be 0 also. Okay, so minimum is L should be there, and O should be 0 or more occurrences, means it will also take 0 0 also. Okay, suppose O will not be present there, then also it will take L, but here in the first case we are using this first L, it is not with O, so it is taking only L over here. Then we have L triple O, so it is outputting L triple O. Then we have L single. Okay, so it is not having O over there, so it has 0 occurrences, so it will take that also. Then here we have L single, so it will take single L. Then we have LO, so then we have taken LO, and here you can see L is single, so it is taking L as a single character. Okay, so the minimum occurrence should be 0. Okay, this L should be there. Okay, if suppose I will remove L over here and I will include O only. Okay, so let's see the result. So it was taking all the occurrences. Okay, because here we are giving O as 0 occurrence. If O is there in 0 occurrences, okay, means O is not there, then also returns all the possibilities. Okay, so for understanding, here it is taking the L character over here. Okay, so you can understand clearly over here. Okay, because L is the limit over here, and O, if only if the 0 occurrences are there, then also output the result with L. If there is more, then it is good, return that thing also. Okay, so here we have 0 occurrences in L. Okay, so this is the difference between those. Here it is written at least 1. Okay, means minimum should be 1. Here it is saying contains 0, means the minimum is 0. Okay, now like here it is taking n and question mark. So what is the difference? Matches any string that contains 0 or 1 occurrences of n. Here you can see more occurrences of n, and here 1 occurrences of n. So between 0 to 1 actually. Okay, so here it is taking 10 suppose. So here you can see 1, so 0 is not present over here, so it is taking 1. Now here it is taking 10, but not this 0, because only one occurrence should be present. Okay, means 0 should be only 1. Okay, so here you can see 10, so here it is taking 10 only, because it is not, it only wants one character. Okay, after that, suppose here I will use 100 and click run. So let's see the result. So it is returning 100 over here, and here 100. Okay, so it only wants one occurrence or zero occurrence. Okay, so this is, these two are similar actually. So here you can see 0 to infinity, and here you can see 0 to only 1. The maximum is 1 and the minimum is 0. Okay, so let's close all the tabs over here first. Okay, so we have done our quantifiers. So once again I will repeat. So this plus sign, what it does is, it can, if the string has minimum one n, okay, so it will search for that n. Minimum, maximum is infinity. Okay, it will search for at least one n. Okay, here n asterisk means it should contain 0 or till infinity. Okay, 0 or more occurrences of n. And n question mark means contains 0 or 1 occurrence, means minimum is 0 and maximum is 1. Okay, so these are the use cases of regex over here. Okay, so you can use these modifiers, patterns, meta characters and quantifiers in the regex in your daily projects. You can practice regex in your daily projects. Okay, so make a form and validate that input box with the help of regex. Okay, so you can do that. Now our next topic will be error handling. So how do we handle our errors? Okay, so we are humans, so all humans make mistakes. Okay, so when writing a code, like every person make mistakes. Okay, so it is important to handle that error. Okay, so it is important to get some error message when we are like when we are stuck somewhere. Okay, so we'll do that error handling. Okay, so we'll create another file over here, index12.js, and here we will do our error handling over here. Okay, so what we'll do here is we will perform some, we'll write some code over here. Okay, so here what we'll do here is we'll first link our index file. Okay, and here we'll make a button over here, a new button. Okay, and what we'll do is we'll initialize with an event, on click event. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll use our alert sign, alert over here. Okay, suppose here I will give, write a function over here. I will give my function over here. Okay, so I'll save it and I will use uh, error handling. Okay, so inside this button we are writing error handling. So we'll save it. Now we'll refresh it. So we have, we are getting a button name as error handling. So when we click it, nothing happens right now. Okay, so we have to include some code inside this function over here. Okay, so we'll write that function, my function over here. So here we are what we want is we want to open an alert box when we click on that button. Okay, so we'll here we have what we have done is on clicking a button we want to open our alert box. So we are using an alert, so it will open an alert box. Okay, so we'll refresh it, and when we click onto this, an alert box opens. Okay, so we will manually make a mistake over here. So we'll use, suppose we'll write another letter over here. Now we'll check, we'll refresh. So we aren't getting anything over here. So we'll use try over here. Okay, try and catch. Okay, so this is the method for error handling, try and catch. So what does try statement do? It lets you test a block of code for errors. Okay, and catch statement, it handles the error. Okay, it shows you the error message over there. Okay, so what we'll do here is we'll wrap this block of code inside our try block. Okay, so here we will wrap this code inside our try block, and now when we mention try, always use catch. Okay, so here we are getting, we'll pass a parameter over here, that is error. Okay, err, that is error. Okay, so here what we'll do is we will output that error. Okay, so how we'll output that error? We'll use the document dot get element by id. So with the help of this, we'll target para over here. Now inner HTML equals to err dot message. So in this way we handle errors. Okay, so in this, with this line we will get the error message over here. Okay, in this required paragraph. So let's save it and refresh. So we'll click error handling. So here you can see G. So here what is the, this over here we are is not defined. Okay, this letter is not defined over here, so we are getting the message over here. So you can use try and catch in this way. So pass that where you want to include, where you have the possibility of getting an error, put that code inside the try block, and always put this catch after the try block. Okay, and pass, and suppose here you can name anything error. Okay, so here you can pass error dot message over here, so you can pass anything inside this catch block. Okay, here we are outputting the result over here inside this paragraph over here, so we are targeting error dot message. So we know about try and catch. Okay, so there are four handling techniques. Okay, so first is try, second is catch, second is throw, and the fourth is finally. Okay, so these are the four error handling techniques. Okay, so here you can see this piece of block, try and catch. You can, here you can, inside this try you have to put that block of code where you have the possibility to get error. Okay, and inside this you can output the error message over here. Take the error from this parameter over here, it catches the error and outputs the error message over here. Okay, so for understanding throw, we'll extract the, we'll get the code from W3 schools, suppose, from here. So I will use this over here. So I will copy this over here first, and I will paste it to our index.html. So I've copied this, and now I will copy, I will take you step by step. Okay, So I will copy this JavaScript over here. I will just submit. I will comment this out. I will paste this. So in index.html, what we are doing is we are taking an input field, okay, just an input field over here, okay, and a button, and on clicking of my function is it is calling my function, okay, and here we are having a paragraph with an ID p01, okay. Let's save it. And now inside this JavaScript, what we are doing here is first we are initializing two variables over here. One is message and second one is x. And the message we are like here p01. So p01 is this paragraph over here. Okay. So we are targeting this paragraph and we are storing that particular result. Okay. The paragraph thing inside this particular variable, message variable. Okay. And then we are keeping it empty over here. Okay. We are assigning an empty string over here. Okay. Now we are taking this demo. This input ID has ID. This input field has an ID demo. Okay, so we are targeting this. So we are storing it in a variable x. Okay, so document dot get element by ID. It's we are storing the value of that input field by using this dot value. Okay, so let's see what we are getting here. Okay, inside our index file. So what we'll type here is that will store it in our x variable over here. Okay. So first what we are doing is we are keeping the inputs empty and then we are storing the what we type when we are storing that typed input inside this variable x over here. Okay. So now comes try and catch. Okay. So here condition is if x is empty, throw this particular string. Means throw means here we can set our custom error message. Okay, so we are setting this custom error message as empty. Okay, so throw this error over here if is nan. Okay, if x is nan. Okay, means not a number. Throw this variable, throw this string over there and this error message not a number. If the x is the here, it is converting it into number. Okay, if x is less than 5, throw too low. Means this is the error message. If x is greater than 10, throw too high. Okay, and here you are getting message.innerHTML means here we are outputting the result. Okay, so let's try. So what we'll do is we'll test input. Just a minute, we haven't taken our message.innerHTML. We are getting our, just a minute, I'll see input ID equals to demo, button type equals to button, paragraph ID. So we are targeting the message with the ID p01. Okay, it is right. So we'll check our HTML file over here. We have done everything. So what we'll do is we'll first comment this and now let's check. So we'll see what is the result over here. Okay, so we have commented out all of these. So we have left a button over here and an input field over here. Okay, so refresh. So we'll type, suppose what we have given is here you can see if the this is empty. Okay, so suppose this is empty, so we'll test input. So here you can see we have thrown a message over here that is input is empty. Okay, so input is and the error over here. Okay, so we are throwing an error message manually, okay, by typing it. If it is not a number, suppose here we'll type s over here. So input is not a number over here. Okay, so s is not a number, so it is throwing a not a number error message over here. Okay, so here next is if x is less than 5. So here we'll type 3 over here and test it. So input is too low. Okay, so this error message is coming here over here, and now we'll use greater than 10. Okay, suppose 12. So input is too high. Okay, so this error message is coming like this. Okay, so what is the use of throw? Like it, with the help of throw we can manually write our error message over here. Here you can see when we are getting error message, we are not manually writing the message. Okay, but with the help of throw we can manually write the error message over here. Suppose we have the string is empty, throw this message over here. If x is not a number, throw this message over here. So like this we can manually enter our error messages. So the next technique is finally. Okay, so this statement, what this statement always runs whether you get an error or not. Okay, so here after catch we will use a finally. Okay, finally statement. Okay, so here if we use this finally block, suppose here what we want is I will output message dot inner html. Okay, and I want to write something over here. Okay, happy coding. Okay, so I'm writing this. Let's save it and refresh it. So I will write if here you can see this error message is coming over here. Okay, so it always runs whether this over here this block of code gets an error, it always runs. If it gets an error or if does not get an error, this finally block is always run. Okay, suppose what we will do here is we will in like when we click onto this button, suppose here uh, when this finally block was not there, see here you can see when we are writing test input. So just refresh it. So input is not a number. So here you can see this place over here, this input is present here. Okay, so what we want is after every clicking we want to remove this input text over here. Okay, so after every like after every click, okay, after every click you want to remove the previous typed input. Okay, so we'll do that in our finally block. Okay, so here we'll comment out over here this like remove this line of code. So we'll target our input. Okay, so our input has like so it has an id of demo. Okay, so we can target it like this, document dot get element by id, and we'll give demo, that is the id of that particular input, and we'll target the value of that input, and what we want is we want to make it empty. Okay, so this finally block of code is executed after this try and catch. Okay, so when the button is clicked, so button is clicked and then we want is this block of code to be executed. Okay, so we'll save it and refresh it. Now we'll type something and we'll click on test input. So you can see now our typed input text is gone. Okay, because we are setting the input value to an empty string. Okay, so always keep in mind this finally block is always executed at last. Okay, after the try and catch. Okay, whether the error is coming or not, this block of code will be executed. Okay, so these are the three error handling techniques. So we use try to, like inside try we provide that block of code where we have the possibility to get an error. Okay, and we are catching the error inside this catch block over here by passing the parameter over here. Okay, and we use throw to manually uh, type messages. Okay, if we are getting an error, if you know that this error will come, so we want a particular error message, so we can use throw keyword and use that particular error message like here we have done. Okay, so throw if x is empty, throw this particular error message over here. Okay, so these are the 4 error handling techniques. Okay, so today I will keep this much only. So next topic we'll study in our next lecture.